So the other day, I was procrastinating with my afternoon, wondering what I'm going to do for this channel. It was a very slow, depressing time as I anxiously wondered, what should I make for this channel so I could get more views? Then I remembered this question I always wanted to ask. Have you ever wondered what it feels like being inside a specific room and not feeling belonged in it because you're different? Well, I have. It started during my junior year in high school. As a boy, a teenage boy to be exact, it can often be awkward to be around girls. In my first half of my junior year at a different group of people, my gym class was yoga. Yes, yoga. I don't know why I make it seem unnatural, but in that class, the gender groups were 50-50. Some of the classmates were girls, the others were boys. And even though the majority of the people in that case were female, I still had some of me in that class, which I was okay with. Alright, I can handle this. I'm not the only one who's a dude here. It's all good. But when we moved to Northern California to Southern California, the environment changed for me, obviously. But it wasn't the school in this case. It was my yoga class at my new school. Straight to the point, I was the only dude in the yoga class. Now, this is where my anxiety kicks in. I noticed it from the start. Everybody left and right and front and back was female. Yoga all of a sudden became an all-females class to me. It made me feel like I should change classes. Remembering how people reacted to my decision to continue to do yoga and people seemed questionable, always seeing it as an all-girls club. However, I thankfully began to get used to the environment, and it turns out after spending enough time in the class, I didn't feel as awkward as I used to be. The teachers and the students, I guess you can say, were very supportive from the start, actually, which made me feel welcome into the class. Which makes sense. I mean, why would they not be welcoming me in their class? They would have kicked me out from the start. Also, another thing to note was that I was visiting an old friend from Northern California. I told them about my yoga class and that I was the only male in that class. Told them about the reactions as well. In the end, they gave me something nice to think about. Dude, I feel for you, man. I mean, I was the only dude in my dance class. And you know what? I'm glad my friend said that to me. It made me feel like I wasn't alone in this kind of situation. This, of course, meant that anything gender-related didn't matter anymore. Now, that doesn't mean for me that those thoughts are still there, but the thing will always be that there's no real issue. It's all in my head. And that's the thing. The issue and fear isn't real. It's something that's created in our mind over the fact that we've never experienced something like this before. All you need to do is shut that off because it doesn't matter. Like, at all. But at the very end of the day, all the self-doubt of being in an environment because of your own gender is just wrong. Your gender doesn't matter. Sometimes being yourself is just the thing you can do. And if there's self-hate or confused reactions, just ignore it. Because it's not your problem that you should deal with, it's theirs. Never let other people get you down with what you're trying to do, no matter who you are. Whether you're a woman, or a man, or a girl, or a boy, or an animal who happens to be watching this for God's sake. To be honest with you, I feel like this is the first time one of my videos has ever had a moral. Nice. This is something that I look back on, and in the end, I should take the same advice I gave to you. It also makes you feel less alone, knowing that this will make the world a better place. And thankfully, I'm glad. Recently, I chose to do yoga again at school, and one thing I noticed this time was that there was another dude in this class. First time any boy has ever been in the class, since me. And again, it reminds me that there are people just like me doing the same thing. There are a lot of people in the world that we can relate to, like me, related to Jayce animations with our autism. But that's another story. Besides, being different from the rest of the group can be a good thing. It gives you something that the rest doesn't have, but now has. For example, if you're a writer on a TV show and you're writing an episode that focuses on a woman, but you're not a woman, therefore you're struggling to write it through a woman's point of view, but you're working with one who's also a writer on the show, then that gives you something to the job. This is what makes different special. Not only does it give us a new perspective on things, but it also gives new vibes in this world and makes it unique. If everything was the same, it would be so fucking boring. Just dull, lame, never-ending, same. So in conclusion, be happy with who you are. Don't let the bad gender thoughts get you down because your differences are unique and make the world a better place, big or small. Embrace yourself and crush your doubts and hate. Hello everybody, I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. It took a while for it to come out, but it's finally here. This was actually recorded back in August, but it took time for me to finally put it all together here in October, and now it's finally released in November. So yeah, that is the longest production process that I have ever stated now on this channel's history, but thank you for watching it. I know this is my first storytime animation video. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make more, but hopefully we make more in the future. But I just wanted to say thank you. Many of you aren't subscribed, but we'll continue to make videos. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, so that way you'll be the first to get new videos from me directly. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks.